Hello. Okay, so look, I didn't really do the puns justice. So let's go for a little bit of a look inside. Obviously, when I explained what a cycle is, I said it's, when one would be moving from, say, for example, cell 1 to 2 to 3 to 4. Well, you see what I mean. If you're going through particular cells, and if I've renamed them now, sorry, with um, English alphabet, I have A, B, G, L, A. A, B, G, L, M, N, S, X, A. All right, now you might start to get a feel for the nature of these paths, but you could say the paths are the puns, especially when you've got it in this kind of form. And you can see the Hamiltonian cycles are the ones that are the tip. They will go back to A at the maximum 24 steps. They are obviously the 384 that we might be looking for. We're not going to say it is 100%, but I'm going to bet on it. Now, there's also one other new feature. Look, I suppose I'm just going to come out and say, look, this is Timewave 0.1. It's that simple. Obviously, Terence also wanted to map this sort of constant struggle between two opposing forces, which would be novelty and habit. And the thing is about this structure, it doesn't just give you a profile. Like if we now look at it as though this is a mountain range and I'm looking at valleys and mountains going from the top of the screen down. I'm sorry, you've got to turn your head to do it, but that's then what we're looking at as Timewave Zero. And instead of just looking at the elevation between any two given points, we also see now that there's an actual ocean of this opposing forces going on. So, for example, where I've got, well, look, I'm not going to point to it now, but you get the idea that we're not just talking about the difference in the, in the ups and the downs of the mountain peak, this kind of thing. We're also now looking at an internal structure, as if we're looking. I'm not sure if anyone's familiar with the concept of waves in the ocean, but the wave, sits on top of a smaller wave, which sits on top of a smaller wave, and sort of that whole idea flowing down. And eventually at the peak, it does its main. Yeah, I mean, this is a wave. And if there's ever been a wave, this is Timewave 0.1. All right, I'm putting it out there. I'm trademarking it. That's what the hell it is. All right, I'll leave it there. I'm sorry, I'm standing up. Well, I might just show you something. All right, just to give you some idea. That's about half of it. And as I said, I've done this correctly. It's all in correct order. It's been checked several times. I've put a lot into it. But yes, this is Timewave 0.1. Thank you.